How's it going, everybody? Welcome to Codex Lost, a brand new Souls-like action RPG, and a big thanks to Free Mana Games and John Do Soft for the early review copy. Played the demo, had a blast, and I am excited to hop into the rest of the game here. So, without further ado, starting a new game. I did hop in briefly, just checked out a few things, but we're gonna hop in again here. So I'm gonna lower that a bit and lower that a bit.
Before the Midlight Age began, the ancients gifted 5 grimoires to the fledgling races, through which they attained great knowledge and power. But then the ancients vanished, never to be seen again. And the grimoires fell into the hands of the unjust. And the world fell into despair. Then, in the wake of the chaos of 47 realms, 5 great lords rose to power, each emboldened by the possession of a grimoire, and each known for a great and terrible crime. The Bishop Crevlon, who defied death and awoke the Graven. The reviled Spectre, who unveiled the secrets of Arcana infusion. Mesmeron, who shattered the walls between realms. Helberoth, consumer of flames, lord of the deep, father of demons. And Alestra, queen of light, who stole the sun itself from the sky.
So these are all the grimoires,
But
I would assume.
there are yet those who wander from the midlight haze. Those tasked with reclaiming the grimoires. To return them to the great library from whence they can be leased in moderation once again. Just as it was in times long since past.
So as I mentioned before, this is a Souls-like where we solely play as a mage. Now, that is very different than how I normally play, if you guys know how I play Souls games normally. But the demo was a lot of fun, and looking forward to the rest of the game here. And also, if you guys... yeah, and Lobos Jr. actually has a voice in here, which is actually pretty cool. If you guys saw what I posted previously, this is also by a single developer, which is pretty impressive. Okay, so this has changed a bit from the demo. In the demo, you could choose between different schools of magic, and like this would be a cryomancer, this would be a pyromancer, stuff like that. But now we can pick and choose our spells, which is actually pretty nice. I like that. So, spells of the arcane element deal moderate damage moderate damage period. Few enemies resist the element, but few enemies are weak to it. This makes arcane a very well-balanced element. Spells of the fire element deal above average damage and cost slightly more mana. Fire spells will less easily stagger foes. Yeah, there is a stagger system in the game. Enemies with the burned status will take increased damage, so that's a good thing. But that also applies to us as the character. If we're under the burn status, we take more damage as well. Spells of the lightning element deal very high damage and can easily unbalance foes. However, these spells cost large sums of mana to cast. So that is probably a set of spells that we will use later in the game once we have more mana to cast that. Spells of the ice element deal low damage. However, these spells cost less mana, and foes inflicted with the frost will move and attack more slowly. Yeah, in my testing in the demo, these actually do very low damage. So starting out, probably not the best. So we have three types of spells. We have basic, AoE, and ranged. Now the AoE and the ranged spells are going to cost mana, while the basic spells actually cost no mana, which is pretty nice, honestly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take fire and the AoE and ranged for arcane. So, as mentioned, the lightning costs high mana. These are low mana cost, but also low damage. So rather have kind of balanced stuff and the fire. The reason why I'm taking the fire too is because there is a spot in the first zone that has some vines that you can burn with fire. So it's going to help to actually have that ahead of time. So let's go. Okay. So here we are in the Great Library. So one thing I'll say off the bat, in some spots the lighting is a little harsh, but nonetheless it's pretty cool. Okay, so the game menu, and then as usual in Souls games, we can hold to run. Now you can see the dodge is actually pretty nice, little floaty hop, which is not floaty in a bad way, but it's pretty cool, like that. Oh, and you know what? I didn't notice that before. There's like a gate here. Okay. So looking at the equipment, we have our. You know what? I need to speed up this. The cursor amount. Yeah, cursor sensitivity. I'll bump that up to like 60. There we go. Yeah, much better. Okay. So we have our status. So level 1, we have vitality, endurance, intelligence, willpower, memory. Health, stamina, mana. Spell slots 3 right now. Arcana is our currency that we spend to level up. So we need 400 for our first level. So vitality governs health, and each point into vitality increases maximum health by 20. Endurance governs stamina. Each point in endurance increases maximum stamina by 20. Intelligence governs mana. Each point in intelligence increases maximum mana by 20. Willpower governs magic damage. Each point in willpower increases outgoing spell damage by 1%. And memory governs spell slots. For every 3 points in memory, a new spell slot is gained, up to a maximum of 10. Memory also increases drop rate. Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay. So then we have equipment as well. We have our staff, we have our hat, We do get other gear, and we have for our tools, we have a shield and a compass. We have slots here for charms. I did see some of those in the demo. We have slots here for quick items as well. And we have our spell book. So I'm actually going to change this to that, and then put ignite over here. So we have our three spells. We have Arcane Bolt, Arcane Blast, and Ignite. So like I said, the Ignite costs no mana to cast, which is nice, and then the Arcane Blast is an AoE, and Arcane Bolt is the ranged spell. And then, let's see, our inventory kind of looks like this. So yeah. Down in the lower left, we have our typical health, endurance, and mana bars. Okay, so we just picked up Frozen Flame. There are a number of items in the Grand Library here that we can pick up. And potentially switch shield and compass. So like that. The shield looks like this. You can parry with the shield, which is nice. There are a number of items we can pick up at the library, and we will probably be able to craft more spells. I'm not going to do that because we'll pick up more, and we do have a limited number of items that you can have at any given point to craft certain spells. So I'm going to hold out a little bit before I craft anything. Now there are little stutters or hiccups I'm noticing as you pick up items and stuff like that. I do have a note out to the developer about that. So I'll keep you guys updated what they say, if there's going to be a day one patch or something of that nature. I am playing this about a week early. And that is thanks to the developer and the publisher. Much appreciated. Was really excited to play this. So yeah, there's little items scattered all over the place in the hub here. So it does pay off to look around when you first come in here. Kind of crystal. So yeah, the crystals are like main crafting ingredients in the different schools. So like dark crystal, stuff like that. Like there's dark magic and stuff like that. So the crystals are like pretty important in terms of spell crafting. There's a whole mess of stuff in this room. Okay, stabilizer. Some more stuff up here. After we collect all this, we'll be kind of heading out. Holy crystal, yeah, it's for holy spells. Radial. Spell catalyzer, yeah, that's another important item in terms of spell crafting. This is locked. So probably in my experience, I'd say that the spell catalyzers and the crystals are really the main ingredients in crafting spells. And we'll show what that I'll show what that looks like before we leave to head out to the the first area. Okay, poison crystal. Yeah, the poison and the fire spells seem pretty nice. At least from my experience from the demo. I think we got everything in here. Like I said, little goodies hidden all over the place. Yeah, I think we got everything. Yep, I mean, grab this. Jar fragment. Ivory hairpin. So this, shouldst thou have required materials, thou shalt be able to craft a spell even if you don't have the recipe. So you do pick up spell recipes from enemies. Don't think there's anything. Okay, so this is where you craft spells. So as you see, we can craft Arcane Pulse, which is another spell that you don't need any mana for. Like I said, the basic spells you don't need mana for. You do regenerate mana over time as you're exploring levels and the open world. So having spells in your arsenal that don't cost any mana are going to be beneficial. If you run out of mana, you still have something to cast. So we can, as you see here, we can craft volcanic sigils, but we don't have like a gravity module here, or we don't have the 3x armor scrap that we need. But as you see, the fire crystals, and yeah, we don't have that either. The fire crystals we don't have, and but we do have a spell catalyzer, which is only one. And as you see, for all these other spells, you need a spell catalyzer and a crystal here too. So we will be crafting poison spells later. Oh, that was the lightning. Excuse me. This is the poison here. These are the ice spells. Poison, geomancy. I'm actually curious in using this, because I would imagine like rock spells, you know, it's probably going to be like Elden Ring, where, you know, if you get the rock sling at the beginning of Elden Ring as a caster, you can stagger enemies pretty easily. So this is how we level up in here. So the halcyons are like soul items that you can. This is pretty nice little interface for that. You can just, you know, if you have these, you can combine it with your current arcana and level up more. So that'll be good once we grab some of those. And then over here, this is how you warp to different areas. So this is the first area, and then we can warp back to the library. There is a spell that we'll get later on that we can craft, and we can warp back to the library anytime we need to. That'll be a nice little utility spell. This is a memory font. So no active memory fonts. So these act as beacons, if you will, from Last Hero of Nostalgia. You would find the beacons throughout the world, and you can't fast travel to them, but you could if you made a tether to that beacon. If you guys played that and remember from the walkthrough that we did on the channel, so much kind of serves as that. So the warp points are typically at the beginning of like dungeons and levels here, and then as you explore more of them, you're going to find the memory fonts, and there's a lot of interconnectivity in the world, so traveling around is really not going to be a problem. So let's go start our adventure. Okay, so this is the Penal Village. So we got a soul item right there. Okay, so you can hold L2 and press for the spells in the slot. So that is our Arcane Bolt. That's our Fire. That's the AoE. And then we only have 3, so it just kind of doubles up on the Arcane Bolt. It will be interesting to see how that's handled once you have all the all 10 spell slots unlocked. And you can also press up to cycle through your spells there. We do start out with 3 healing items. They're refillable on rest. So, starting off good here. Beware of elemental affinities. These foes resist fire but are weak to lightning. Okay. So we don't have any lightning. It's interesting. Why are they taking... I don't know why they're taking no damage. How about this one? That's interesting. I thought I... Okay, that worked. That's interesting. The bolt worked on those things before. We're gonna open up a shortcut in a second. This is just like a little introductory session here. As you see, those things can do frost on the ground. There we go. We can rest like right after this, so. But you see that did use up a fair amount of mana. Casting the AoE here. Okay, R3 to lock target. Usual stuff. And R1 to attack. Me personally, I'm using the L2 and then the button, certain button presses there. Didn't it just tell us that? That guy dropped something. Yeah, I don't know why it's telling us that twice. That's funny. I didn't notice that before. Thy primary spell costs no mana to cast. Yep. Okay. All right. Yeah, there's little hiccups I noticed too. Sometimes with dodging or running, as well as casting the spells. So, like I said, I will let you go. Oh, I was gonna try parry. Nope. Not getting the timing. It's alright. It is a little tough with the camera angle, trying to get parries. I did notice that if you kind of spin around the enemy a little bit, makes it a little bit easier, and potentially you could their attacks could miss you by doing that too. So yeah, square to use the vitality crystal, which restores your health. And these, the blood mushrooms, you can restore. Those are all around. You can restore health with those as well. Jar fragment. Open up this shortcut right here. And let's talk to this NPC in a second. When thy foe lies defeated, you shall regain a small fragment of mana. Okay. Another Halcyon. What is this? Oh. Dark Crystal. That's good. The dark magic is pretty good. So yeah, we can't open that. I don't know if we will be able to at some point. Let's talk to the crow here.
You can't be serious. You're a curator, aren't you? You've got a lot of nerve showing your beak around here, mate, after what you've done. You bloody coward. 100 years and not a curator in sight. Where have you been all this time? Well, it's unconscionable. A betrayal of trust. And you know what, mate? That makes me culpable. Don't play coy with me, buddy. You've no idea what I've had to put up with. It's all going to pot, mate. And it's us crows that get it in the nick. Straight up discrimination is what it's boiled down to. Who's to blame for the failure of one crow, hmm? Every other crow, that too. Of course, the owls haven't gotten it much better. You're just trying to wind me up, ain't you, pal? I won't stand for this nonsense. Go on, get lost. You need to pull.
Okay. Trying to exhaust that dialogue like we always do. Alright, so I'm going to rest up here because we're going to get into the real zone here. Okay. So, straight on through here. That's where we're going to get into the thick of it. Okay, so Triangle uses consumable items, which I don't think we have any of yet. We do. Deals fatal damage to self, and it's not consumed on use. But you do drop your Arcana when you die, so. And then no charms yet. Okay. Alright, so there's a blood mushroom if we need it. So this guy, these guys will cast fire. Okay, so there are a lot of ranged enemies in this area, as you see. Already getting shot at. Okay, this is a recipe. These little purple ones. Okay, and this is that's an elevator shortcut for later. Oh, I'm surprised. That was a trap before. Okay, that was a parry. So yeah, lots of traps and whatnot around here. Oh god, I just walked through the fire. That was wonderful. Okay. Okay. Go. There is a trap up there, though. That might have been what I was thinking of. And somebody's shooting at me from up there. Grab that. Trying to trigger this here. Oop. This guy's just gonna stand here. Okay. Let's see. So grab this. And there's an item up here that we can drop down to. There's another one over there. This is going to teach you how to parry, but we can kind of dodge, float across there, grab that, and then kind of come back around. So I'll eat this too. So yeah, the demo was about, I want to say like an hour or so. So I will have kind of some advanced knowledge going into this a little bit. Come on. You get mana back when you parry as well, which is what this note tells you. Should style parry an attack, a spent mana will be recovered by a small amount. So that's pretty nice. So there is another trap over here. Let's let this guy. Okay. Grab that. Hello. Oh, shit, where did he come from? Okay. Thought there was a trap over here. Guess not. Oops. Okay. Heal up a little bit there. It's a little subtle differences so far. There is another fire caster. Yep. Oh, that's cute. Yeah, they don't like fire themselves, so. There are some chests and whatnot through here. This is the little spot I said we can clear with fire. Okay. And the heck? Okay. That was a beefy rat. So when you die, you do come back to the library, which I'm not a big fan of. So the runbacks can be a little tedious. So let's see if we can get back quick here. That rat actually was not there on the in the demo. Okay, so yeah, there is a little AoE on those explosions from the barrels, so be mindful of that. Okay, then, Jen. Come on. Okay, this guy over. Oop. There is a little delay where when you cast a spell and when you can actually parry. I noticed in the demo, and that's still a little present here. So it's something you gotta strategize. Okay, seal up. Alright, so... Okay, got that guy. Alright, so let's watch out for the rat this time. There we go. Okay. There's a little delay when you pick up your souls too, so again, be mindful. Oh! Oh, two of them, shit. There we go. That was not in the demo. There was a guy over here for an ambush, but there wasn't an ambush with two rats. Where did I see there was an item? Yeah, over there. There's two of them. Okay. Oop. Can't quite reach that guy. This first episode might keep a little bit longer. And dude in here. Okay. Let's heal up again just in case. So where was that first item that I saw we could grab? One was there. Ow. Alright, so we may need to drop down twice here. Can grab that. And then go back around for the other one. Let's keep running. Try and avoid that. Alright, so we got those. Not too much further to go. Jerk. Actually... forget where to go here. Oh, I know where to go. gotta go this way. I think there's an ambush around the corner. Yep. Okay. Got him. And I believe there's another firecaster over here. Okay, got him. We're almost to a memory font, so yeah, it's a firecaster over there. Another one across the way too. I'm gonna heal up. Okay. A few dudes across the way. Try and take this dude out. One more. Yep. Okay. Just want to see if he's gonna. Yep. Okay. Is that dude? And let's let this guy come over. Does some decent stagger. Okay. Got him. Take this guy from range just to be on the safe side. Okay. There are still some archers. I think there's another trap up here too. Yep. Okay. So let's trigger that. He's just standing there, waiting to waiting to get clapped. And there is another ambush. Yeah. Okay, there we go. We can... Oh, he didn't drop an item. He normally does. Nice try, buddy. Come on. Okay, got him. We are almost there. Come back here. Back, demon, back. Okay. Okay, so it's just the archer up here we gotta worry about. Pretty sure. Yeah. Ow. Okay. Alright. There is a enemy that can potentially poison you up here. At least there was in the demo anyway. Grab this. Okay, that's another staff we'll look at in a second here. This is the shortcut. So that's the elevator back down to the Grand Library, and the portal back to the Grand Library. Okay, so this thing can poison you. So we're just gonna kind of keep our distance as much as we can. You see, that's not doing a whole lot of damage. I think there's a message on the ground somewhere too. I thought that, yeah, right here. Should that be poison? Yeah, she'll take damage over time. So pretty self-explanatory there. Now I think you can block that with yeah, see, they don't like fire, obviously. Okay, so we got a poison crystal. You can't roll into barrels, or some of them you can't break with spells either. So 0 out of 10 game, in my opinion. Just kidding. You gotta break barrels, man. I mean, come on. You gotta dodge and roll through all those barrels. Okay. So we're gonna head back to the library, see if we can craft any spells and level up a bit, and then we'll probably call the episode. But yeah, productive first little episode here. Okay, so as you see, nice little shortcut. Just run straight on through back to the portal. And let's do it. Back to the Grand Library. Alright, so first off, let's level up. I think we're gonna be pumping health pretty good. Not sure what else these might be used for. I might start saving those, honestly, in case there's any like merchants that we can buy from. But just in this first case of leveling up here. Okay, so we can get 15 health, so that's pretty good. Alright. And then as far as spells, let's see if we can craft anything. So we have 2 spell catalyzers, so that's good. Let's see, can we? No, we can't craft the poison yet. As soon as we can do that, I may do that. We can do a geomancy though. Oh no, we can't, because we need an earth crystal and we need a crag heart. Okay. What is this? Throb. Cost no mana, dark magic. Okay. Not gonna do that quite yet. Alright, so we're gonna hold on to our stuff right now. But yeah, that will do it for the first episode of Codex Lost. Very excited to see the rest of the game. And as I said before, we're gonna be doing a Let's Play and most likely a 100% walkthrough. So stay tuned for more. Hopefully you all enjoyed. Hopefully you're doing well. Stay tuned. More coming at you. Take care.